Charge it again.
So you're a new student.
Yes.
ഇവിടെ ഒരു ചേർത്ത്
Are you waiting for anyone else, ma'am, or can you start? Are you waiting for anyone else, or can you start?
Just ask the Sudhi.
We'll start with us. Raj.
Just call him because it's already 4:30. You cannot wait more than that.
How many students are candidates are there? How many candidates here?
3 more is new.
Oh, three.
We can get started. So, thank you everyone first of all. I mean, the introduction. We are training for the 4 days workshop. Today. About myself, I have 10 plus years of experience. I work in Chopra. I've been working in Bangalore, Cochin, Mumbai, Delhi, and I've also been working on site for some of the clients in Europe and in America. So I am a certified Microsoft certified AI trainer as well. And in the National Learning Academy, other than AI and GenAI, we also provide training for software testing, Python programming, and for other courses. Also. We also have a digital marketing course, and we have for hospitality management. So that's in short about the National Academy and myself. So first we will start with a very quick introduction. You can say your name and your background, what you have studied, if you are working, what are you working as, right? And are you already aware of the AI or it is a very new topic or new word for you? Okay, that will be it. Start with you.
My name is Christina. I was Bangalore, and I am also
Okay.
in aptitude and software senior.
Software testing. How many years?
And it is,
How many years?
and I know detailed knowledge. This is basic knowledge. And this is activity. Myself, Vidya. I'm a BTech software engineer plus MBA in international marketing. I worked in Infocom for 10 years in Xerox. Then I started my own firm. It's an astrology company which is Noida based. So now I'm looking over that.
Yeah, myself Manisha. So I worked for 6 years, a long time back, like in data as a data analytics management also only. Then last 6-7 years of break. So looking for new some opening or somewhere in this field. So very much interested in data analytics and AI.
Okay. Okay. The others are from our academy. You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Faris, coming from Colombo, Parmore National Learning Academy.
Thank you. Sir.
I hope you guys know me. I'm the owner of this company. My name is Aditi Hina Khandelwar. So I'm also here for upskilling myself. That's it.
Okay, so all of you have a bit of work experience, which is good. So you can understand this. Good. This topic might be new, but this is a topic that is going to be in the future, not just IT industry, but also all the industries. If you want to go into astrology, if you want to go into space science, if you want to go into medicine, okay, today everything can be done with AI, and that is going to be the future. So with that, we can get started. Okay. I can speak both English and Malayalam. My Malayalam is not so good, but I will still try. You can ask questions in any language that you want. Okay, I can also speak Hindi. Okay. So let's get started.
Just check. What's me?
Just let me know this guys.
So it is not.
I've already explained. This is going to be your agenda for this 4-day session. We will start with basics about AI. Of course, since you already have experience, you will have heard about this in your maybe in YouTube videos about AI, people talking about AI in other Facebook channels, one of other areas. Okay. First, we will go with the basics. You might already know something about AI. Maybe you would have got the wrong information. Also, I'm not sure. Okay, we will clarify all this. It's a buzzwords as well. Okay, so that we are clear on the AI basics. Then we will go into some advanced topics. Advanced topics in the sense of within AI. Now everyone can use ChatGPT. Everyone who knows English, who has a mobile phone, who has internet connection, can use ChatGPT. There is nothing big about that. So why do we need a 4-day workshop? Is we are not only going to talk about ChatGPT. We are also going to understand how ChatGPT actually works, okay, and how you can make ChatGPT work better. Right? So that is what is going to make you stand out from the rest of the world. You should, everyone is using ChatGPT, that is no big deal. But how you can get better responses, how you can make it work in a way that you want, especially with complex topics. Topics, not just asking basic questions, general knowledge questions that it can answer, but how to ask certain customized questions so that it can give you specific answers. Okay? And especially if you want to do a lot of market research, right? And you don't have time, right? Or if you're taking, let's say, 10 hours today to do a market research just for this car application, this can be done in 10 minutes by using the how effectively to use to get the right data can give you data like it can dump you with water. Whether that data is going to be useful for you or not, right? That is where you will have to do some specific, you will have to use some specific techniques to do exactly that. That is what you have to do. Then comes how AI is used in analytics, reporting, how you can speed up the process of your analysis and so on. All these analysis in your experience of 6 years, 10 years and all, you might have used Excel, you might have used PowerPoint, you might have used Tableau or Power BI or any analytics applications. Or you, and even today we are using Excel and PowerPoint. How we can use Excel and PowerPoint in an effective way so that we don't spend hours and hours in data crunching, number crunching. Rather, we use AI effectively to get the results faster. Okay, which will shorten our analysis process, which will improve our decision making time. Okay, that is And then comes into a little bit of advanced topics. If you have shared about AI, I'm not sure if you have shared about AI agents. Have you heard about AI agents? That is a bit advanced topic, but this is how it will, these AI agents is probably going to help you in all your, whichever industry you are from, let's say from astrology, hospitality, let's say from IT or medicine. Okay. So AI agents is going to help you. You can actually build your own AI agent just for your own businesses. This is what we do. So to start with, okay, I'm going to start with the basics. Then we go to movies. I hope everyone would have watched movies, right? Has everyone watched English movies? Any English movies? These are some mix of movies. Okay? Some are from English, one is from our regional language. You identify which movie you know from these images. First one is from sorry.
Regional.
Yeah, what is that movie?
Robot.
Robo. This is Robo. Okay, this is the actor superstar Rajinikanth. Okay, this is Robo. This movie was released in 2010. We are in 2025. Okay, this movie was released 15 years ago. Okay, this is the movie. They are showing a human robot. Okay, this movie. This is actually a Malayalam movie. No. Yes, you are remembering. Correct. Yes. This is very famous because
Yes.
this is a Malayalam movie. It's used to
movie.
Huh?
movie.
Saradana movie ആണ് പക്ഷേ പേരില്ല. ഇതിന്റെ പേര് ആൻഡ്രോയിഡ് ബുക്കാണ്. Android. Everyone in Kerala would have watched this movie because it is a very nice movie in one sense. And usually in Kerala movies, in Malayalam movies, I have not seen much technology. This is purely based on technology. How a human is interacting with humans. In fact, these two are kind of similar also. So if you have you heard of this movie? If you have watched English movies. No. Star Wars. Have you heard of Star Wars? Have you ever seen Star Wars? Has anyone seen Star Wars? No. Okay. But you have heard of Star Wars. Okay. So in Star Wars, there are two. These are two famous robots in Star Wars. Okay. And Star Wars is a movie. It has been there are multiple sequences that have happened. This movie was released in 1980s. Okay, and there was Star Wars 2, Star Wars 3. Even recently, using the latest technology, they are bringing new versions of Star Wars. But the franchise started in 1980s. Okay, so in this robot's name is 3PO in the Star Wars movie, and this is R2D2. This is a humanoid robot. It looks like a human. This is also a humanoid robot. It looks like a human and it talks like a human. This is also a humanoid robot. Looks like a human, talks like a human. This is not a humanoid robot. This is a little different. It cannot talk, but it can send transmit signals from any place to any place, from Earth to other planets. So these two are very famous, and all these movies are available in YouTube. Since you are learning AI, I would suggest you watch these movies. So I'm pretty sure if you taken more time in realizing this movie might be accessible. This is a Hollywood movie, English. Okay, this movie is called as Bicentennial Man. Bicentennial Man. Okay, this movie got released in 1999. Okay, so the time period that I'm talking about is 1980s. We are in 2025. So this this movie came up with. These are all science fiction movies. We know what is fiction. Right? Fiction is something that's not real. It's not real. Okay, that is fiction. These are all science fiction. So this movie came 45 years ago. That's imagine. 45, because 1980 is we are in 2020. It came 45 years ago. 45 years ago, they were talking about the humanoid robot, which was not possible then. But today it is possible. It was a fiction back then in 1980s. In 2025, humanoid robot is possible. We have humanoid robots in India, etc. Right? If you go to any expo in America or anything happening, you will see robots going there. Even an IPL match, they are using robots to survey the data, get some data. So today it is possible to have a robot like automated or not. Okay. Now these are movies came even before your ChatGPT came into existence. ChatGPT came into existence only after our COVID. Okay, there were a lot of research and development that was happening. Yeah, and finally they released it to the entire world in 2020 2021 time, which is just 4 years before. Okay. But whatever capabilities the ChatGPT is doing, these were doing it very before. At least it was imagined very before. Just imagine 45 years ago, someone has thought about this, that it is possible to have human right? And today it is a reality. So whatever was fiction in 1980s, that has become a reality. So whatever is fiction today can become a reality tomorrow. For example, flying cars. We don't have flying cars. When I was a small kid in school, we had a cartoon called Flintstones. I don't know if you have seen Flintstones. Flintstones is a cartoon that came in 1980s, 1990s. In that, they will show a city, an entire city, which only has flying cars. Flintstones is also available in YouTube. All these are available on YouTube. That was not possible back then in 1980s. Today it is possible. Today there is research and development happening on flying cars. So maybe 10 years or 15 years from now, you will see flying cars being sold, like how EVs are being sold to electric vehicles. Electric vehicle was not a possibility when I was doing engineering back in 2010, 2015. Today it is possible. Right? So this is how technology is keeping on evolving. The reason why I am starting with robots is all these robots are showing human capabilities. How this has been trained with doesn't have a human brain, but it is being trained with a lot of data. Now, if you watch this movie is available, like I mentioned, all these are in YouTube. In this movie, the first 10 minutes, what they show is how the hero is training this robot with a lot of data. They will train it with singing, what are the different songs, what is Carnatic music, what is Western music, what is Indian music, what is Hindustani. They will train in martial arts, English, German, French, a lot of languages. So all this data is being fed into the software. Okay. This is a chip or something. Okay, whatever is being used. That is how the things have evolved. Today we have something called a ChatGPT or other tools like Chat. Okay, so that's how data is being fed. Now where this data is coming from? Previously, before computers, we had all the data only in books, scrolls, books, and then we know about how computers are developed. Right? Today we have laptops. When we were in school, maybe we had a big computer and all, a very big device. Today the devices are becoming smaller, portable. Right? We can carry a laptop and we can sit in a coffee shop and we can do it. It was not possible maybe 20 years back. That's how it is. So those data have been brought in to our databases. We have data centers. Right? If you have already worked in IT, you have heard at least about data center, cloud and all. Okay? There is a cloud called Azure Cloud, AWS Cloud, or cloud and all. Where you don't have to save the data in a physical device. So now I am projecting this content using a pen drive, which is a physical device. Without physical device, you can store the data in cloud, which doesn't mean that there is no physical device. The physical device is being owned by Amazon. If you are using AWS, it is owned by Microsoft, and they will have their center somewhere in Mumbai or somewhere in America. Okay, but you can store your data from here to those cloud services. That's how it is. So this data is being stored. Okay, or we have a lot of data. We have data from marketing, finance, all our subjects, whatever we have learned in our pre-degree, in our degree, post-graduation, everything. PhD level, all of it has been stored. So, now that we have fed all the data, okay. Now all the data we started analyzing. So once 25 years back, what is happening is we were building coding to develop software programs, develop operating system, okay, develop applications like maybe Java application, Python application, okay, different programming languages. And then we were building websites. So we are getting a lot of data via the websites. Today we are using Amazon. We are buying some products. Okay, so we are getting an account. So Amazon will know what are you have bought in the last 2 years, the last 5 years, last 10 years. If you are using Flipkart, Flipkart will know what you have bought today, what you are going to, maybe what you are planning to buy tomorrow. Maybe you have seen some products, but you wouldn't have bought it. But they will send you multiple reminders. That's how they are influencing you to make it right. How that is happening is because of the data analysis. They are doing data analysis in the back end. Whatever Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever we are using for free, the only reason that is being given free is because we are the one. We are using it. based on your usage, based on things that you like, you dislike, you comment, they profile you. Okay, so this person, let's say myself, I am Akshay. So Akshay is liking this content. He is not liking this content. He is engaging with this content by putting a comment. That's how they will profile you. Similarly, you would have also done. You would have liked some pages, unliked some pages, commented on some pages. So they will profile you. Based on that, they will suggest you products so that they will influence you. Even if you don't want a product, they influence you to buy the product. Very creating an urge. It is all happening because of the data analysis. I'll come to this other picture. I just showed this picture to okay, have some thoughts on it. Okay. So data analytics is something that was very popular in 2015, back when I was initially studying again, some 10, 15 years back. Everyone was talking about data analytics, predictive analytics, this, that, and all, augmented reality, virtual reality. So these are some of the topics, some of the buzzwords that were going on in the IT industry 10 years back. Okay, predictive analytics, data analytics. Now, after doing a lot of analytics, what they did is the tool is doing a lot of analytics and providing you insights. It is providing you a lot of dashboards. Okay, now if you want for Kerala, you have a product, you have a company, you have a senior product. You want to know in Kerala how many people are buying, and I want to know how many from North Kerala are buying, how many from South Kerala, how many from Central Kerala. And I want to know how many where is my customer base more. Is it in Kochi? Is it in Trivandrum? Is it in Calicut? Okay, I want to know. So that is what these data analytics have been playing the role. Okay. So from all these data, what they are trying to do is they are trying to create models. Okay. So the R&D, the way it has happened is, be it Microsoft, be it Amazon, everyone was trying to do the same. Okay. They collected all the data. They are trying to create models. Okay. So from the data they have done all the analytics, and based on that they have started creating models. Models are nothing but, let's say you have a lot of science related topics. Okay, in science you have a lot of concepts, you have physics, you have chemistry, so they create models for each of these topics. So anything related to physics, if you are using this keyword, let's say you are asking about what is gravity. Gravity is something how ChatGPT is giving the response. It links that keyword to whichever model it has been trained on. So gravity is a keyword that is given in physics maybe. Okay, so that is one model. So it extracts data from there and it provides you that answer. There is no what is that. That's how it happens for any question that you ask. You would have already asked ChatGPT some questions. Is there anyone who has not used ChatGPT or any other tools till now? This is fine. If you are not using it, have you used everyone? So everyone has used. Okay, that's what I'm answering. Okay. So you would have asked it some questions, you would have given some answers. All good. How it is giving that answer is based on the keywords. Like I mentioned, based on a lot of data analytics, models have been created. Okay. From those models and from the data analytics is where they are going into this concept of machine learning. So whatever I'm saying, this modeling, creating of models for each and every topic and each and every subject is all these models are being created using machine learning. Which is nothing but machine learning is nothing but the machine is trying to understand the patterns. You have to understand some patterns based on whatever questions you are asking and where to extract the data from what source. Okay, based on whatever it has been trained. That is what machine learning is doing. Okay. And then comes your artificial intelligence. From this models, whatever has been created, the machines have been trained in such a way, the models have to be configured. That is what a machine learning engineer does. Data engineer, machine learning engineer. Okay, if you go into IT, they are hiring for machine learning engineers and data engineers. They will be creating models. And they will be configuring those models in such a way that it extracts data from a particular source. What was our source 10 years back? Most of us would have gone to a browser. You would have opened Google or Internet Explorer. You would have typed something, it will provide answers. Right? But how it provides answers? Let's say you are asking some questions. It will provide you 100 pattern. It will provide you 100%. Sorry. It will provide you 100%. You don't know from this to extract what. You will be maybe going through the first 10 websites, taking each of it, getting through it, and maybe taking some course. Okay. This process will take, let's say, 5 hours if you want to do extensive research, or 10 hours. The same thing can be done in 10 minutes using ChatGPT. But how it can be done is you will have to ask it the right questions in the right format. If you are asking, if you are using different keywords, or if you are using your English in the way that we talk among humans, you don't understand. Because the way machine learning works is it takes the keyword. So you will have to give those keywords for it to understand you and your machine learning. Now today everyone can ask questions. Whether you are getting the right answer is the challenge. You might get some answer, but you may not know whether it is 100% accurate or 90% accurate or 80% accurate. Sometimes your ChatGPT can give wrong answers. If you go through LinkedIn, okay, there are a lot of posts which shows how a question has been asked to ChatGPT and it's already wrong answer. Okay, that is also possible. So 90% will provide you right answer. 10% there is chances that it will provide you wrong answer. Why it is providing wrong answers? Maybe some keywords in your question may not be right for you to understand. That is why you will have to talk in such a way that you make the machine understand exactly what you want. You might have something in mind. Just like how we write our exam paper. You might have something in mind, but when we write, maybe only 70% of what we had in mind will come into the paper. Okay, and maybe 50% only the other person who is reading that paper will understand what you are trying to say. So that's where the information is very lost. So that's how machine also will do. It provide the right keyword, it provides the right answer. So based on the models that have been created, machine learning happened, where they configured our models, and then deep learning happened from that. Deep learning is nothing but, like I mentioned, how they are profiling, right? Based on your likes, dislikes, what are the pages you are visiting. Now today, whenever you open a website, the first thing that will pop up is cookies. Accept cookies. So if you open any website, first it will show a pop-up, accept the cookies. Okay, the moment you accept the cookies, some cookies are strictly mandatory. You cannot avoid those. Everyone will go and directly accept cookies, which will have everything mandated.
What actually exactly cookies?
What happens is from the backend, like I mentioned, profiling is. It sees what you are searching. It sees how much time you are spending on one particular page. Based on that, it understands that you are into this topic. Okay. So that inside it will be sending it to Facebook or Google. So that tomorrow you open Facebook, you will get an ad related to that. That's how things are working. Okay. So all this is happening because of deep learning. Whichever app you are using today, let's say you have 10 apps, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, everyone will have. Okay, maybe some other apps also. Whichever app you have, the moment you have your Wi-Fi turned on, the moment you accept cookies, whether you are using it or not, it will keep connecting to you. Okay. That's what is happening. And then, so for machine learning, they have done deep learning. After doing all this, whatever I told so far, right? Data is what we were collecting, websites, then data analytics, then from data analytics building models, then machine learning, configuring the models, taking the models to what effective, then deep learning from it. After doing all this, they have built something called a AI-related chatbot. Okay, it can be a chatbot. Your ChatGPT is nothing, right? It is also a model. Okay. That is the next thing will come. So it provided a model like ChatGPT, where you ask a question, it will provide you any answer. You ask any question, it will provide any answer. What it has made a mockery of is, whatever you have studied in engineering and MBBS or any other degree, it will give you a better answer than what we can give. Right? Whatever question you ask, it will give. So our engineering degree is of no use because it will provide you all the answers. Even a person without engineering can ask engineering questions and they will get answers. Even a person who is not a doctor, if I ask him, I'm having this fever, this headache for the last 3 days, what are the recommended? It will provide you some answer. That is an idea. 90% accurate or 100% accurate is a different issue. But it will definitely provide you some answer. And some suggestion on what you can have, what tablet you can go for, and all. Okay. But whatever answer is being provided, don't just go 100% with that answer. Do your own research also. Do little analysis. Okay. I will come to that. This is how in 2020s we have reached after deep learning, machine learning, data analytics, we have reached to artificial intelligence. These are all the things that I've been talking about so far. Okay, your data science is nothing but from all your data analytics, it's where your data science. Data science was a very hot topic 10 years back. Wherever predictive analytics I talked about. Everyone was talking about becoming a data scientist, data engineer, and all that. What they will do is they will analyze this data, they will build some models and all, and based on that is where your machine learning, deep learning are capable. Big data was a big thing when I entered 10 years back into the 90s. Okay. Today, big data can also be easily handled through AI. After doing all this, that is how it has been evolved to AI. Okay. So far, we have talked about the basic things. Okay, AI, what is AI, how AI has evolved. All of it. Now, so you have all used ChatGPT, which is good. So you have asked some questions, it's provided some answers. Okay. Now, the art of asking questions. Okay, what is the kind of questions you have asked? Can everyone open your phone? If you have a laptop, you can open it. Open ChatGPT. Open ChatGPT. And other than ChatGPT, what are the other tools like ChatGPT that you know? Okay.
Google Gemini.
Google GenAI. Okay. ChatGPT is from which company?
I think Microsoft.
No, it's not from Microsoft. It is from a company called OpenAI.
OpenAI.
It was not even popular 5 years back. Nobody knew about it. Today it is a top company more valuable than Microsoft. That's how things change in the research. Okay, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, what other tools that you know?
Gamma.
Which one?
Gamma.
Gamma, okay, Gamma. Which company is Gamma from? Even
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure about the name.
Okay. What else? Wi-Fi is there? I don't think so. We have a mobile internet or something. Or you can use your mobile phone. You can open ChatGPT from your mobile phone.
Grammarly. Grammarly is.
Grammarly was previously a website. After introducing ChatGPT, it copied some things from Grammarly, but today it is branding itself as Grammarly AI. Grammarly was previously a website. Okay, whenever you open YouTube, because in our day-to-day job, we are sending a lot of emails. So Grammarly was asking us.
One more is there. Spinboard is also there.
Lot of things.
I used, yes.
Today if you go open any website, it will have AI. You open WhatsApp, on top of WhatsApp you are getting AI.
Yeah.
It will give you a lot of suggestions on what you can ask. And you can ask different this one.
Even on mail also we are getting, email also we are getting that AI can predict.
And if you have bought mobile phones recently, maybe this year, okay, every mobile phone is having AI. If you have bought an Android phone, it will have AI. You can talk to it and it will say answers. Which was there previously also. Alexa was a device, which was there. Amazon's Alexa was there. So they were selling it as Echo Dot. How that Echo Dot was working is based on machine learning. It was not a AI powered product, right? But it is based on machine learning and deep learning. That is how your Amazon, this one, your Google Home, Amazon's Alexa device, all of it was based on machine learning and deep learning. But they were not AI powered because AI was only evolving. They were not AI. Today, Alexa can also enable some of the AI related activities. Okay, so we talked about ChatGPT, we talked about Google Gemini. Okay, Microsoft's AI product is called as Copilot. Microsoft's Copilot. You can make note of these terms. Like ChatGPT, these are also tools that will provide a similar to answers similar to ChatGPT. Okay, this is how it works. But you just know which company has built what. Okay? And you try out all this. After this workshop, you go home, try out all these apps. Okay? I'll tell you how to try out those. So Microsoft Copilot, Google's Gemini, OpenAI is the company which has built ChatGPT. Sorry. Perplexity. Perplexity is a AI tool built by an Indian person. It's an Indian business. Okay. Perplexity is one tool. What else? Have you guys used Twitter?
Yes.
Twitter. So in Twitter there is a AI called Grok AI. G-R-O-K.
Gia.
G-R-O-K. Grok. That is built by Elon Musk and his team. Okay, not by Elon Musk, but his Grok AI. And then in the last year, there was one AI tool which came in, which was more efficient than ChatGPT. Everyone was talking about. Yeah, it is DeepSeek. There is a tool called DeepSeek. ChatGPT, let's say ChatGPT was built as a project using $5 million. Yeah, $5 billion. Okay, just imagine. DeepSeek was built 1/10 of that cost, but it provides more better answers, more insightful answers than ChatGPT. But ChatGPT was the one who came first, so it was easy for the others to copy what they have provided for free. ChatGPT has two versions. One is a free version, which every one of us are using. There is pro version, where you have to pay a fee so that it will provide you more detailed insights. Okay. Whatever we are using today is a free version. Whether it is Microsoft Copilot, Google GenAI, your Rock AI, ChatGPT, everything we are using free version. Free version is good enough. Okay. But if you want more customized insights, companies today are paying for the premium version because that will provide more insights. That companies will it will be helpful for companies to grow their products, to customize their product design, edition, so companies are ready to pay that. So these are some of the popular tools. Okay, DeepSeek was made in China actually. Okay. These are some of the popular tools. So let's say we ask a question to ChatGPT. Okay. Can anyone suggest any question? Anything that comes to you? Any question? Anyone? Or any question that you have used, you have asked ChatGPT in the last 1 month or maybe in the last 2 months.
Best singing institute in Kochi.
Best singing institute in Kochi. If you ask Google Maps also, it will provide answer for that. But yeah, you have asked ChatGPT, okay, and you satisfied with the answer that it is provided.
Yeah, we need to ask more specific.
So you have asked best what singing institutes in Kochi. Okay. Has it provided answers related to institutes in Kochi or from some other institute?
From Kochi.
From Kochi.
Name of the institute. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What other questions you have asked? Or you asked? No, it's good to know, right? That's how we will improvise. I know already you guys have used these things. I'm not here to teach whatever you already know. I'm here to teach whatever you don't. So you tell some questions whatever you have asked. Any question? Ask it. Maybe today, yesterday, last month, 3 months back. So one question is best institute she has asked. She has got some answers and she has got answers of institutes in Kochi. Okay, very good.
Normally I use for drafting.
Drafting mails. Emails.
Drafting mails or.
How do you ask that question? That's what I want.
Okay. So normally how I am asking like simply give me notice of this and that. Okay. Whatever topic is that.
Okay. Give me an email draft for this
for this particular topic.
That's how you're asking and it is getting the answer. Are you satisfied with the answer that it is providing?
No, we have to do some corrections.
Do some corrections. But pretty much it is giving you a structure.
Yeah, exactly. The structure we are getting from.
So maybe if you are drafting it manually, it might take 15 minutes.
Yes.
Use a structure. So maybe with that correction within 5 minutes we can set that in. Which is good, still good. But it can be better.
Yeah.
We'll come with. Any other questions? Okay, for email drafting they have asked for
even for calculations also I am using
calculations also. Okay, if you want to calculate.
For this project, like
It's
recently,
project.
like kind of some Tundra biome. So like asking if the make a project for Tundra biomes for 4th grade stage.
Okay.
So with the fun facts.
So you are not just stopping with asking a question. You are a tender project. You are also specifying for a 4th grade, which is good. Okay, which is a little more clear for ChatGPT to provide you a better answer. Okay, because you are specifying for 4th grade.
The most pleasing thing is like we made a project, beautiful project like a handmade project. We took a picture, we sent it to chat. We said, "This is the project we made. What are the corrections we need to do?" And it gave us such a beautiful analysis with beautiful words. And what are the things are empty? What are the things we can put it? Animals we can put it. We can do this, that.
So it means that it is able to see your image just like a human, and it is able to understand that image and also find fault in the image, or maybe suggest something better. Which means that it can process images, ChatGPT or any other tool, it can process images, videos, everything. Okay, so which is good. Okay, any other questions? I just want some different examples. That's why I'm asking you. Or we can go with this. Okay, 3 exams we have got. One for email drafting, one for best institute, one for a particular project where you are specifically mentioning about that 4 things.
I'm getting ideas also
Yeah.
for new projects. So that is also I was asking.
Sometimes when questions and answers topics.
Question and answers for maybe for exams, testing,
And
preparation.
share the emails and.
How do you ask the question? That is what I want.
I'm a student, say as
I'm a student.
Yeah, like we say, according to say.
You are mentioning I am a student and I
I
want.
want to get back some questions related to this area, like we say.
So you are asking I want the question and answers, but specifically you are mentioning I am a student.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. Like this one, I will come to the similarities in this. The questions, the categories.
And Ghibli is also AI tool.
Which
I
one?
think Ghibli is something we came up in between. No, image Ghibli
Ghibli.
or Ghibli, whatever.
That is also based on AI.
AI only, right?
Because but the Ghibli is specific to image creation, image processing.
Ah.
It's not, if you ask a question like ChatGPT, it will not give you answer. It is image related process. And in Ghibli also there are a lot of mistakes are there. You provide a real image, it will provide you something.
Something else.
You might have expected something.
Animated kind of.
But if it is funny, everyone likes it, you can use it. I have used Ghibli.
No, I have
Not,
not used so far. I just heard about that.
Yeah, in fact, my WhatsApp image is Ghibli.
That's also free. Like free.
Ghibli is free. You provide any original image. Let's say you take a picture of selfie of yourself, and you just mention I want a Ghibli image. You can ask ChatGPT the same. Give me a Ghibli art for this image. So the original image you will convert it into animated format and you will provide it. That's it. Okay, so you have asked one question that you have specifically mentioned. Fourth standard. You have asked one question that you have specifically mentioned. I am a student. Okay. Now in all the questions that you have mentioned so far, what I could see is we are asking ChatGPT a question just like how we humans talk. Okay. If I want something from my manager, I will say I want this. If my manager wants something from me, she will say I need this. Give me this, give me that. Okay. That is the same way we are asking ChatGPT. We are still getting an answer, which is good. Okay. But can we define the questions in such a way that it provides more insights? Because we can provide answers. Okay. But whether we are getting tomorrow if I am going to a job, and if I want more detailed insights. Now, whatever answer is providing, maybe with my engineering area or MBA area, I may have already know 80% of the content what it has provided. Maybe 20% it is giving some new terminologies or it is not good enough for me. If I take that content, copy paste it in a PowerPoint and show it to my manager will say, you know 80% of this content already. I know 95% of this content already. Only 5% I see some this one, which is not helping me or you. That is what we will have to improvise our questions to get more customized answers. That is what is nothing but the art of prompt engineering. Okay. There is science in the art, there is art in the science. Okay. Whatever questions we are asking is nothing but for ChatGPT, it is called as a prompt. You are providing an input. You are saying, give me something, give me this. Give me a suggestion for it. Give me this one. I am a student. Give me question and answers. So what you are providing as input is what is called as prompt. Okay. Now, like I mentioned, can you refine your questions? Can you make the questions in such a way that the machine will understand better and provide you more detailed insights? That is what this prompt is. That is the art of asking questions, which is what in the last 2 to 3 years. Since the time ChatGPT has been thrown open to the public, everyone is running here. How we can make our inputs effectively to get detailed insights about any topic that we are asking. Okay? Which is what we are going to learn about in prompt. All of you have asked questions. Everyone knows your basic English. We know basic English. We know what to ask. Okay? We know what we have the brain. So we ask, give me this wording something. Okay? If you are asking in IT terminology, there is something called a garbage in and garbage out. If you are giving garbage input, you will give you garbage input. You have to define your input so that it gives a more expertise. That is the art of defining our questions better. And don't just go, now all that you guys have done is, you have asked a question, it is providing an answer. You are going with the first answer that it has provided. Without asking, probing it more. Okay, whatever answer has given, okay, I'm happy with that answer, I got a big list, I'm reading this is good enough for my project. How do you guys get finishing my work? Done. Okay, we are going with the whatever first answer it is giving. Whether it is 100% accurate, we are not going into detail at all. And we are not probing it a little more. Okay, now sometimes we ask some questions about okay, they say some answer, we will probe them. This additional question to see whatever he is saying is right or whether he is saying something. Okay. Similarly, you will have to probe ChatGPT so that it defines the answer itself. That is what is the art of prompting. Okay. This is what you will have to learn in order to get more customized insights. Okay. That is what will make you an AI expert. Because everyone can use ChatGPT, even the school students can use that. How we are going to be different is mastering the art of prompting. Okay. This is one topic to start with. Okay. Now, ChatGPT is nothing but we have talked about machine learning, deep learning, all of it, right? So, in machine learning, we talked about building models. We build a model for science, we build a model within science, we build a model for physics, we build a model for chemistry, we build a model maybe within physics, we have to build one model for quantum physics, we have to build one model for some other physics, astrophysics. Okay, that's how it is. ChatGPT is also a model. It is called as a LLM. LLM is nothing but large language model, which is an umbrella of all the models that have been generated so far in the entire world by human industry, by our IT industry. Those are ChatGPT, your Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, Grok from Twitter, your DeepSeek, all of it is nothing but large language models. Since it is a large language model, that is the reason why it is able to provide you any answer. Now, 5 years back, if you have looked at any website, you open a website. One is the cookie thing that I told you about, which is called profile. The other thing, if you open a website, it will show in the bottom a chat box. In any website you go, you will have seen a chat. Most of the websites, 90%, 95% of websites, they have some chat. Open in a website, you will immediately something will pop up. It will say, "Hi, I am a chatbot. You can ask questions to me," rather than such things. A chatbot is based on machine learning only. They have built some model. They have provided these are the questions my users will ask. If they ask question number A, you provide this answer. If they ask question number B, you provide this answer. That's how they are trained. But most of the times, your chatbots can give you wrong answer, or it will say, "Sorry, I don't know about this." Okay, have you tried that? I don't know. But if you have tried using chatbots, even today, if you open IRCTC, looking at training, today IRCTC has a chat. Okay, where you can tell the chatbot to which location you need, and it will book a ticket. It will book faster than the way you book a ticket. Chatbot is possible. You will have to pay a little extra for that service, but still it is possible. Okay. But some websites, if you go to the chatbot and if you ask, let's say I bought a product in Amazon. Yeah, I bought a product in Flipkart. There is some issue with the order delivery. I have not. They have said the estimated time is 2 days, but I have not got it in 2 days. I waited for 1 more day. I didn't get it. I'm first asking the data. This is my product. This is my order ID. What is the status? Okay, either it will give me a status from the courier. It is at this particular courier location, or it is at this particular warehouse, something like that. Sometimes you wouldn't understand the input that I am giving, and it will say, "Sorry, I don't know about this topic," something like that, which is not helping me, and then I have to call the customer. But this LLMs have been trained in almost any possible way a human will ask question, which will provide some answer. That's what I say. 99% or 99.5%, it will provide you answer to any question that you are asking. That is because it is a large language model. Many models have been created using machine learning, and all those models have been put together. It has brought into a bigger umbrella called large language models. That is nothing. Large language models is the technical term for your tool like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a large language model. DeepSeek is a large language model. Gemini is a large language model. Microsoft Copilot is a large language model. Any tool like ChatGPT is a large language model. Now to this LLM, whatever input we are giving, that is what is called as a prompt. This is a prompt. Now whatever questions we have asked so far, right, we are asking, give me this, give me that. Like how we humans talk, we will say. If you have, since you guys are working in IT, whenever we take a requirement, there will be a requirement gathering phase. Okay, whatever. Let's say our client is producing some requirement. It's a requirement gathering phase. Where the client will say, "I need a website for this order management. I need it to have some payment methods. It should have UPI. It should have credit card, debit card. All of it is right." Those are all functional requirements. During a requirement gathering phase, there is also something called a non-functional requirement. These are all things that the client has said. I need a UPI payment, I need payment method, I need a website, I need for my order management, I need to track my order, all those is fine. But what are they are not said? For example, in your non-functional requirement, how much time should it take to give me an answer? Should that app take to give me an answer? How much time should that website take to take me from one page to another page? Let's say first time opening the home page. Let's say I want to go into a particular category. How much is it taking 5 seconds to load the page? Is it taking 10 seconds? These are all non-functional requirements, which also we should ask during a requirement gathering. What is the node you want? How many users? Let's say your website is capable of handling 100 users. Tomorrow you are building a product, your product is becoming very popular. Tomorrow 1 lakh users are suddenly getting into your web page. Your web page might get crashed. So you should do a load testing of your product. And so you should know what is the load. So these are all non-functional requirements that we should be asking. So similarly, for your why I am saying all this is for your LLMs and the way we are asking questions. We are asking direct questions. That's like how we humans know. Now, in this prompt engineering, whatever questions we are asking is what is called as basic level of asking questions. So there are different types of prompts which can be provided. Before that, what is prompt? Like I mentioned, the art of asking questions is prompt. For prompt, okay, there is a definition. Whatever questions we are asking, right, it should have a purpose. It should mention a role. It should provide an output. It should have markers, it should have patterns, it should have tone also. Like I mentioned, if you are asking me, give me something, okay, it is a command input.